Time of Dish with D. That's me. It's time for another informational sit-down chat vlog. I had an idea for a vlog, and you guys always inspire me, for what is the difference, in my opinion, of course, this is all my opinion, diet versus lifestyle. What makes you on a diet? What makes it a lifestyle change? So these are my things that I associate with that, so I thought I'd share that with you. All right, I have a list, of course. First thing is when you weigh and measure your food, people say, well, that's a diet. But my opinion, again, I think it's lifestyle, because I have to be accountable for what I eat, because I have a tendency, obviously, to overeat. So how can I keep myself in check? Keep my calories, my points in check, is know what I'm eating. And I don't know what I'm eating unless I weigh and measure it. So to me, that's lifestyle, because eventually, and here's the good part, eventually you will know what a cup of rice looks like. You will know what 4 ounces of meat looks like. You will know these things, because if you do them enough, you will know. So do I weigh and measure everything? Sometimes I kind of know what a 1/3 cup of yogurt looks like for doing it for so often. So the more you do something, the more you'll be able to eyeball things. And honestly, are you going to eyeball that much off? Probably not, if you've done it enough. So yeah, I definitely think, keep seeing me look at my notes. Sticking to a plan. People will say if you make a plan, then you're on a diet versus a lifestyle. And I kind of agree with that one a little bit with the plan. I do feel if you over plan, you plan everything, that's a little bit diety, because you can't be I have to be somewhat spontaneous for me. So I feel like, do I plan something? Sure I do. Do I plan everything? I do not. I definitely have things in my arsenal that I know I can pull from that'll be good options. But I do think if you overthink it, plan down to the last snack, that's a bit diety, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. You could disagree with me. I'm not telling you, hey, you need to agree with me. But this is what my opinion is on this subject and these little things. Can't be spontaneous. I did say that. Make excuses. People who make excuses 9 times out of 10 are diet mentality people. They have to have a reason because it went south. They had to have a reason because they gained. They're excuse makers. That's diet people. Lifestyle people, shit happens. And you know what? I'm not making an excuse for it, because it's a lifestyle. And on life, sometimes things happen. You know what? I fly by the seat of my pants a lot of times, and yeah, it's life. But when you're a planner and you plan too much and then something goes wrong, there's an excuse. And I do think that's a diet mentality. The excuse makers, there's a reason for this, there's a reason. Sometimes there just isn't a reason, and they can't go with that. There isn't a reason. The shirt's really too big and I really should get rid of it, but I love the color. Okay. They think diet mentality people think eating is negative. Oh yeah, it's negative. It's negative. Everything about food is negative. They fear it because they fear the food is going to harm their bodies. It's going to make them gain weight, get fat again, or, I don't feel that way. I try not to fear food. Food is my friend. Food is delicious. Food is good. I don't feel food is just something to nourish me. I think food should be enjoyed. Diet people don't think food should be enjoyed. They just think food is just something they have to do. And it's more of a clockwork thing than it actually is an enjoyment thing. So if you're not enjoying what you're eating, you're probably more on the diet mentality. All right, flip my page. Refuse to eat out. That's a diet mentality. They're afraid of restaurant food. They're afraid there's going to be nothing they could eat. They're going to be afraid of how it's prepared. Let me tell you something. You go into any restaurant, they will pretty much do anything you ask them to do. If you don't want any oil, you tell them that. They are very accommodating. I've never had a restaurant ever tell me they can't do that. They're very accommodating that way. And there's so many things on the menu that you could eat. I never refuse. My husband says, let's go out. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm good. I'll go. I used to be the person, he would tell you if he would sit on the film, that I wouldn't go out to eat. Back a few years back, I wouldn't go out. I'd find an excuse not to go out because I knew I couldn't eat on plan when I was out. So Now I know that there's so many options, and I enjoy eating out. I would eat out a few nights a week if our budget allowed it. There's definitely, and being on the blue and purple plan, there's so many options. When your proteins are 0 points, the world is your oyster. You know, you could have a delicious meal, you could have a baked potato, you could have a vegetable, you could have a salad, you have a protein on a salad. It's just great. So there's so many options with the dog options out there that diet people don't like to eat out. They're afraid. They're afraid. They're afraid of the littlest bit of fat getting into their body. I think fat is, you know, is something that we need. They also refuse, the diet mentality people refuse to stop at fast food or convenience stores. Oh, I'm not going to go through the drive-thru. Why not? Honestly, if you're hungry, they'd rather wait till they get home. Instead, they find stopping at like McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or like we have a convenience store called Wawa. You know, there's grilled options at these places right now. Honestly, there's things you can get. They all have a salad. So if you're really afraid, get the stinking salad. Get the grilled chicken. Wendy's has a baked potato. I mean, there's just so many things. To sit there and starve yourself because you're afraid to go through the drive-thru, I just don't understand that. I don't. I'm not going to sit there and starve because I'm afraid to go through drive-thru. And like Wawa, they have fresh fruits. They have hummus. They have salads. There's so many different things you can go in there and grab. Heck, I think a soft pretzel is a decent option. You know, it's very low in fat, but yeah, it's carbs. I'm not gonna lie, it's carbs. But you can split it with your husband, you know? It's an option. I'm not gonna sit there and have my stomach grind and be starving because I'm too afraid to go in there. Fear of going in a place. You decline parties. I'm not going to that party. No way, I'm not going to her party. She doesn't have anything that's Weight Watcher friendly. Let me be the first one to explain that. Not everybody's going to be on your journey with you. So yeah, there's going to be parties where they might not have Weight Watcher friendly food. Does it mean you don't go? No, you go because parties are few and far between these days. What you do is, like I say this in all my videos, you scope out the food. You look and you find the best option that you can because I'm sure there's something there you could eat. It might not be a whole burger and french fries, but yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of salad, there's some kind of chicken, there's some kind of little nosh you could have. Just sit there and just drink your bottle of water. That's a diet because you're sitting there refusing to have a little bit of something. Remember, a little bit didn't get you where you were. A lot did. So if you have a little bit, you're good. You're good. Afraid of the number on the scale. When you're definitely afraid of that number on the scale, you have that diet mentality. Like, I have to see this number, or if I don't, then I don't know what I going to really work harder. Sometimes we could have the best week. We can be perfect. We can be on plan. We could have done everything right, and that scale doesn't give us that. Does that mean we had a bad week? Oh, it does not. But we are just geared to that number. We need to see that payback at the end of the week. See, I'm at the end. I'm on maintenance, which I'm up a few pounds, but so I'm always not going to get that number on the scale. It's not going to give me at this point in my weight loss journey, give me that satisfaction because I know this at the end of the journey, you don't get those numbers anymore. You just don't. So you have to sit there and know that, yeah, I did have the best week I did, and I need to move on and not look at that. That's why I don't wait every week because I don't want that number to really mess with my head because it will. It will, and that's the diet mentality, that messing with that number. I have to be a certain number, and if I'm not successful. And that's totally not true. You worry about how you look. And here's the thing about that. I'm talking about people at the end of their journey, not people in the middle, because that's a different horse. But when you're at the end of your journey, you're still looking at yourself and you're still seeing that person at the beginning of your journey. You have that diet mentality. You're still thinking that you don't look as good as you really look. And you can't see that. Other people can see it and they tell you that, but unless you see it, you don't believe it. And that's the diet mentality. That is the I never look good enough mentality. Obsessing over food. Obsessing over, oh my God, I have to have a 0-point food, or I have to have this. Like, you're obsessed with I'm obsessed with creating food. I will admit that. And that could be a little bit of a problem sometimes, but I just try to sit there and how can I make low point food? How can I make good food? How can I make food that's flavorful and not score points and just do something different? But you can obsess negatively on food. And when you're obsessing negatively on food, food is not our enemy. Food is not our enemy. It's just not. We make it that way because we have to give something, the power to something. So we'll give it to food. But food is not the enemy. Food is never the enemy. Food has never been the enemy. We've always been our worst enemy. But it's hard for us to put that into words, so we'd rather blame the food. I gained weight because I ate that. I gained weight because I ate that. The odds are it's just the way it went. And you can blame the food all you want. If that makes you feel better, that makes you feel better. But honestly, it's just the way the week went. And it's just the way that the scale read this week. Does it mean what you ate was bad? No. It's just the way the scale went. And sometimes there's never a reason. It's just that week. This is what you weighed on that particular day. You know, sometimes there's no rhyme or reason. And I know that's hard because we need a reason. There's people that need that. They need to put that period at the end of that sentence. And sometimes you just can't. I think I kind of went over except when your plans change, except when all of a sudden your husband wants to go out to dinner and you've planned dinner. Accept that, go with it. If somebody wants to take you out to dinner, girl, you go. Because you know what? You deserve a night out. And don't sit there and go, well, we have this planned and this is what I have planned. Sometimes not everything goes as we planned. And if somebody wants to take you out and treat you to a nice dinner, you take that, because let me tell you something. Sometimes things happen, bad things happen, and you wish you went out for that dinner. And you wish you had that one more dinner with that person because you said no. So I've learned that life is short and I don't turn down things, and somebody wants to take me out to dinner, I'm in. I'll go. Did I get everything on my, all right, this was the one. I kind of feel that I don't relate to this one, but I thought of this one at the end. Obsessing over exercise to the point of obsession because you're worried about what you've eaten. You see a lot of that. People like anorexics have that. They would sit there and they would exercise and of course they wouldn't eat. Or the bulimics, they throw it up. But some of us throw that into, and exercise can be a compulsion as well. I mean, people don't, because they think it's good for you, doesn't mean it's always a good thing if it becomes a compulsive thing. If you're compulsively exercising to burn more calories because you thought you ate too much the day before, that's a diet mentality, because I'm trying to make up for the bad things that I did. Well, you might sit there and say that's a good thing because, well, I'm exercising, it's a good thing. Isn't always. Anything as a compulsion is never a good thing. So if you're compulsively doing anything that's compulsive, you've just traded one negative for another negative. So, I'm compulsively exercising, that's better than compulsively eating. You could say that. I would say it's not, because I think anything in compulsion is not good. But how do we not compulsive exercise? How do we not sit there and get rid of that mentality? We need to burn off those calories. I ate way too much. I need to go, exercise do another 30-minute Leslie video, go run another mile. I don't think that way, but I do see people that do. I don't understand that mentality. I've told you, I've lost all my weight without exercising. So I know exercise is not a key component to weight loss. Some people will say it is, but I will say it's not. I mean, I don't think you need to exercise to lose weight. Does it help your body? Yes. Does it tone your body? Yes. Do you need it to lose weight? No. That's just how I feel. I'm not a person who compulsively does anything. I'm very laid back. I'm just kind of like, I go with the flow with most things. And I kind of think, and I've made sure that I did that with this weight loss journey as well. Could it become a compulsive? Absolutely. You can be compulsively on this journey and obsessing over it. Is it a healthy thing to obsess over weight loss? No. People will say, well, why not? I'll lose weight. Yeah, but you're trading one compulsion for another. The whole thing about is making a holistic approach. This is your whole lifestyle. This is how you will live the rest of your life. You can live your rest of your life compulsive and obsessive, and I don't. But I'm not like that. I mean, I don't understand people that are, and it's kind of hard, and I try to. I know it's definitely something that's in them that cause these compulsions. I don't, I can't judge them because I don't have a compulsive anything. So that's why I kind of I don't get it, but I get that they have that compulsion. I think, how many times did you say compulsion? So I do understand that they have that. I don't relate to that because I'm not compulsive about anything. Not that I wish I was, but it is what it is at this point. You can't change innately who you are. If you're obsessive compulsive, you're obsessive compulsive. You will be obsessive compulsive with Weight Watchers and your exercise and your lifestyle. But I'm just trying to tell you diet versus lifestyle. How you can make sustainable, easy changes to live the rest of your life, because that's the goal. The goal is you have to do these things. How you lose the weight is how you have to live the rest of your life. So if you're going to live the rest of your life compulsive about it, be prepared. I just like to live the rest of my life laid back, enjoying what I have left and enjoying the food I'm eating and the company that I get to hold it with, because that's what life's about. It's about the food we eat and the company we share it with. And you have to enjoy these things. You can't be worried about every little thing. If you're just not enjoying life, you're not living. You're just existing. And I want to live. I want to live my life. I want to enjoy my life. And that's what I'm trying to project to you guys. And that's what my holistic approach to is. It's living. It's living. And I want you to live with me. And I want you to enjoy things. And I want you to enjoy life and enjoy the food you're eating. And not always, have those negative thoughts and I can't change those for you. But I could sit there and, support you, and I give you my opinions and my vlogs and my inspiration, and I hope that you get something from it. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little foray into diet versus lifestyle. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as part of the Dish with D community. I have a Facebook group, Dish with D's Crew. I would love for you to join. It's Dish with D 24/7, and we share a lot of things on there, and it's a great group of people. Very supportive. They're a great, I can't say enough wonderful things about them. I go live every night here on the channel with Tea with D. Join for a live meeting. You've got nothing to lose. Gain a lot of support, but nothing to lose. Have a great day. We will dish another day, folks.